Service, obviously the people are playing very important role. So the business, it is connected with the number of human resource that enable the delivery of the offering to the target audience. Even the retailer, they are purchasing a small quantity from the wholesaler. The wholesaler are purchasing a mass quantity. Buying here means acquisition of goods and service by the seller or industrial use for the purpose of resale. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Natesh, lecturer in commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, Mysore, the Temple of Excellence. So we are in the Unit 1, Section 2, Principles of Marketing, first semester BCom, the introductions to marketing. So what is my today agenda? The agenda is about marketing mix and functions of marketing. Okay, what is exactly marketing mix? Moving forward for the next slide. A marketing mix is a set of marketing tool, because see what it is, you can say, just remember like one concept like ingredients in the marketing, what and all you can recall what elements is very important. If you want to become a marketer, you have to well familiar with the marketing mix. And mix means there are different features or characters or quality which is the mixing in the market. So we are able to identify what kind of elements is there in the market. If you are starting a business, if you are the businessman, definitely there is a marketing mix you have to familiar. So which is a marketing tool or a tactic. If any product is ready for the customers, okay, so using a marketing mix, we are trying to focus more and more sales. Okay, it is a tactic used in the promote of product and service, because we are producing a product and providing a service to the end consumer. So if the product what you are producing based on the marketing strategy or marketing mix, we are trying to focus, okay, so in the market and sell it, because the customers are ultimately we are identifying based on the market. So how we are expecting a customer, they are willing to buy your product or getting a service from your company. Okay, so marketing mix is a different elements are connected, or different quality, different factors, what and all it is there in the marketing. So it is a positioning of the product and deciding it to sell the right place, right price and right time, because as a marketer you have to well familiar with the marketing tool, because position means your product and service what you are producing, your product and service, it will sit in the customer's mindset. Okay, the customer will recognize your product, they start recognizing your product is nothing, you have to focus like positioning. It's just your product and service the customers are getting very easily, they can recognize, because unless you are not sitting in the customer mindset, the customers obviously they are not ready to purchase. So obviously if the product it is going before starting marketing, the product development is how it is based on the consumer requirement. Okay, so once the product is ready, you have to launch for the right time, right place, because where you are exactly expecting a customer, those customers are ready to purchase your product, so you have to choose the best place. Okay, and right price fix, you have to fix the right price, the place also one kind of elements or mix, and place it is very important, and the right time you have to introduce the product for the customers. The product can be majorly classified into two categories. One is consumer product and industrial product. The consumer, what exactly they are expecting from the producer, so it is based on the consumer product, and even the producer industry product is just for industry purpose. Okay, like example spare parts, components. So this the product will be sold according to the marketing and promotional strategy, because as a producer you need to identify how I can focus my target audience, how I can attract my customers, how I can sit my product image or recognition, so the consumers want to recognize your product, how your product can reach to the end consumers. Okay, based on the marketing mix, which is a tactic we are using to capture the more and more customers. Moving forward, so in the physical product, we are majorly classified into 4 P's. You need to remember: physical product and service product. Now you need to get the difference between physical product and service product. Physical product means as a customer you can feel, you can touch. Okay, in the service means we are not able to see, we are not able to feel, we are not able to carry. But in the physical product, so whenever you are seeing a product, you need to familiar with the very important marketing mix. And the marketing mix means there are 4 pieces compulsory. One is product, and second one price, and third one is place, fourth one is a promotion. Now product is a different. I told you there are 2 types of product, one consumer based product and industry based product. If the product, again, if you try to write in the product mix what exactly the product means, it is having a label, the product is having a color, the product is having a design, the product is having a quality, the product having a packaging, the product are having a so all the elements whichever it is coming inside the mix is a components or in depth. In the mix we are trying to study, there are too many factors will be directly connected to mix. And even the price means what, the pricing strategy, what you are seeking, the pricing strategy, pricing policy, and discount price, credit, everything is which is coming under the price. Even the place, as a producer, what you are producing, you need to select a right place, okay, where your customers, they are ready to purchase your product. The place, the producer will not directly sell to end consumer, they will take the distribution channel. So like place means you can call it as a distribution channels, okay, or physical distribution. The producer will appoint, distributor will sell to the wholesaler, wholesaler will sell to the retailer. We are going to sell the product for end consumer. So like this, the place or distribution channel. And the promotion, how your product awareness you are creating, how you are generating awareness for the product, what you are produced, okay, how you can reach with the help of what kind of media, like a print media, television, radio. You can reach customers in the many way, like advertising, print media, magazine, newspaper, television, radio channel. So like this, your product awareness can be, you can create promotion. Now under physical product, we just discussed with the 4 P's. And for a service product, there are 7 P's are here. Whatever you have in the physical product, the 3 more P's added. The people are very important. The people can be your supplier, the people can be a customer, okay. So how many types of who and all involved in the process, like service. And the process means each and every activity will carry in the different process, okay. If the hotel industry, food industry, if you take example, the process will be completely changed for other industry like service, transportation. If as a customers they want to send goods to the different location, the process loading and unloading, so different process will be going in the service. And the physical evidence, wherever you try to go and visit, get the service, so if physical evidence, which is one kind of proof, we are able to identify. Moving forward, so see, look at this image, how the product will be, the product price, place, promotion, people, physical evidence, process. Moving forward, see, exactly now we want to know this marketing mix is actually the first developed or coined by the E. Jerome McCarthy, because as a normal businessman, they want to follow all the 4 P's is very compulsory, adapted in the each and every business area. So in the year of 1960, E. Jerome McCarthy is coined the marketing mix theory. So form the foundation model of every business, not only for a special business, which is applicable for all the business, okay, which is a foundation basic model. And even the product means what exactly? The product is a physical product means which is a tangible, and physical goods, and intangible is nothing but your service product, because I told the service product, service we are not able to see, we are not able to feel, okay. And in the physical product we are able to feel, we are able to touch. So that is, and price, where there is a product, obviously the price is very important. The price what the company or business are setting, okay. So based on this different pricing strategy, there are 2 major strategy are adapted in the business. One is skimming strategy, one is penetration strategy. If you take example for skimming strategy, the Apple they are ready to spend a huge amount for the advertisement, then same time they are charging product like Apple handset phone, they are charging high cost, okay. That is skimming strategy. Penetration penetration strategy means they are actually, when you are expecting if you are trying to implement the penetration strategy, the cost is actually, it is low compared to Apple skimming strategy. How much it is cost by the product? Because as a customer, they want to decide based on their purchasing power. So the customer, they're ready to accept your product. That means they are ready to go for bear the expenditures like cost, price. And even the place means where the buyer and seller meet, they whatever the customers want to buy, where exactly they can get it. The distribution channel, how they establish according to the business to business, the distribution channel is slightly changes. Okay, where and through what channel can one purchase the product? How the customers they are purchasing? Either they are purchasing physically or they are purchasing product based on the online. What kind of promotional, what kind of a distribution strategy you adapted in your business? Even the promotion, whatever you are producing, whatever you are providing service to the end consumer, finally you need to create awareness. You have to make them educated to recall your product. So obviously, how you are promoting your product, actually how the business promote its product or service, you can take example. See how you, if you are creating awareness with the help of a television, okay, you need to you have to bear the expenditures like advertising cost. Okay, and if in the same time you can create awareness through the newspaper, or same time you can create awareness through the social media. So obviously the promotions is actually very important, because unless the customers are not getting awareness of this product and service, the producer will not get expected sales. Okay, moving forward. So, and a physical product, actually now whatever we are discussed here, 4 P's which is related to physical product, now the same 4 P's are applicable for the service product, but there is a few difference in the process. Like service, obviously the people are playing very important role. So the business, it is connected with the number of human resource that enable the delivery of the offering to the target audience. So the service provider, what they are providing service with the help of human resource. So the service is offered to the end consumer. The consumer want to get benefit from the service. So obviously the offer what you made, okay, the producer are made for offer, which is finally it want to reach for end consumers, like target audience. Your targeting audience, you have to reach the service. So obviously the people involvement is very important. And even the process, the service means there are different process will be varied from service to service. Okay, the series of action, what kind of actions you are taking. If the first process completed, what is the next process is completed, what is your next process? Like this, the process will be keep on going for next. So the series of action involved in the delivering the offering to the customer, because as a customer, if you try to go for the restaurant, if you are placing an order for food, okay, the process which will start from placing an order. So at the time when you are getting a delivery, so in between there are number of processes will be completed, then only the customers are ready to go for consumptions like food consumption. Okay, now physical evidence, it is a document. Okay, wherever you are going to find a service, you are there, obviously you can identify the evidence how it is. So the tangible elements surrounding the product and the physical environmental where the product or service is provided to the customer. Because if you as a customer, if you are going for showroom, okay, like a restaurant you are going, so what kind of service you are getting, there is a physical evidence are appearing, right? So that's what we are able to see, which is a tangible elements which is surrounding for us, in us. Moving forward, see there are different what you studied in marketing mix. So mix is a different elements. Okay, even the product also having a mix, even the price also having a mix, even the place or distribution. Okay, place, either one more name is a distribution, and even the promotion also having a mix. So under product mix, what exactly product means, what and all mix will be there. Either the brand, because the customer want to identify your product, so brand is very important. Even the color variations, even the style will be in a design and product line and product width. Okay, the packaging, labeling, all are which is connected to product. If finally the product will be having a number of mix. Okay, it is depending on the product to product, the mix with strategy mixing elements will be varied. Even if you try to state for the pricing mix, means actually even the company having a pricing strategy. I just know I told there are two strategy are well familiar. One is skimming strategy, means high price, okay, and penetration strategy, low price. But your targeting customers are very important. What kind of strategy you are adapted in this, okay? And even the pricing policy, company to company, organization to organization, when they are setting a price, they will follow the policy. Why? Because it is giving a clear idea or guidelines for operation. If you are setting a price compared to your competitor high, nobody is ready to willing to buy your product or getting a service from your company, okay? Even the basic price what you are setting, okay, you need to sustain, because unless you are not expecting a margin, okay, so the margin is deciding on price. Obviously the customer, even the company also want to get benefit, okay? So, and even the term of creditor, see, the producers are selling a goods to the distributor, they need credit facility, okay? So the producer, when they are dispatching, distributor are selling goods to the wholesaler, even they want credit facility, because the immediate cash transactions cannot be happening. So in this pricing policy only we are deciding. Even the customer also getting a credit facility from this retailers, okay? Even the discount, what kind of discount, how much you are giving a discount, either you are giving a trade discount or cash discount, okay? So the discount also, which is one elements from the price mix, okay? If you're going for the place mix, the distribution channel is we classified into wholesaler, because you need to dispatch goods. The flow from the goods to the flow from the producers to end consumer, you are appointing a wholesaler or a distributor, because the dispatching goods, because availability of the product, the customers are not getting, they are not finding your product, it's very difficult to expect the sales, okay? The company are not able to focus the sales. The wholesaler is one kind of distributor. Even the retailer, they are purchasing a small quantity from the wholesaler. The wholesaler are purchasing a mass quantity. The retailer, they are purchasing a small quantity from the wholesaler with the intention to again resell. Even the distribution, how it is distributed. And even the physical distribution. Now, if you assume the producer, what they are producing, which is there in the factory point, okay? So, which is directly not going for direct consumption. So obviously the transportation facility is very important, okay? So how it is dispatching goods, how it is the flow from the production point to end consumer, in between there are transportation facilities very important, because the flow, the movement of the product from the productions to end consumption. Even the warehousing, after producing a product, because each and every segment what you are targeting for your customer, so each and every area you can appoint the warehouse, you can store the goods with the help of warehousing. Warehouse is also it is related to place, okay? So for example, if you take example for Amazon or Flipkart, okay, as a customer, if they are placing an order, so if the Mysore city people are, when they are placing order, it is directly, it is going for the electronic device, so which is directly the product are dispatching with the help of warehousing, because they have a distributor in the each and every city. And even the inventory, what inventory is nothing but opening stock or closing stock based on the inventory. Inventory is nothing but stock, okay? How much you're keeping stock in your business, okay, in your warehouse, okay, in your retailer or wholesaler, what kind of quantity you are maintaining, okay? That is stock keeping unit, okay? Stock keeping unit. So last, the promotion mix, how you are promoting, how you are creating awareness for general public or customers, how they will get to know about your product and service, because either you are doing personal selling or advertising like print media, televisions, okay, or magazine or website, and publicity, how you are convey the message for the general public, okay, and the sales, what kind of sales promotional activity you are doing for creating a more sales, okay, like this. Moving forward for the next agenda, based on the marketing functions, what I have told in the first agenda. So as a marketer, you must familiar what kind of functions will be involved in the marketing activity. So according to Cundiff, okay, is categorized three. There are three major functions will be there in the marketing, okay. So the first functions, which is the merchandising functions. The merchandising function is nothing but where the market is derived from the Latin word mercatus. Mercatus means what? Which is a trade or merchandise, you can say. So merchandise, where the buying and selling process going in between, okay, buyer and seller, obviously, which is coming under the merchandising function. Under merchandising functions, we have four subcategory. One is product plan and development. Who is taking initiative for product planning and development? Because as a producer, you have to produce the best product according to plan what you're doing, and the development, the product is ready, then it is going for the market, otherwise it is not going. Okay, under merchandising functions is the standardizing and grading and assembly, buying and assembly, selling. Under again second category of physical distribution function, we have two. One is storage and transportation. Even as a marketers, they want to go for the supporting function, or it is very compulsory. So marketing finance and risk bearing and marketing information pricing. So I'll explain in the one by one. Next slide. So under product planning and development, who is deciding which kind of product they want to produce? The product completely based on the planning, okay, the business what they are trying to produce the product. So based on the product planning, so they will select. Now plan is not only for, if I'm decided to produce a product, okay, if I want to produce a product, so I will collect all the information whichever it is relevant to my product development, okay. If I select there are 10 idea I have generated, I have a for a 10 planning. So in this I will choose best one. So what kind of product our competitors are providing, the same kind of product, how I can go for modification? The customers are ready to purchase. Why? Because they are always expecting extraordinary product from the market. So the development is completely depending on the customer's orientation, because the customer what they are expecting, okay. So the main area of concern of needs and wants you need to collect, because customers are having a number of needs. The customers having a, when you are deciding, the customer is, when you are prioritizing, customer is your king. So obviously you will collect what kind of needs based on the customer needs and wants. The producer will start producing the product. Then your company can sustain for long period. So because the needs and wants which is completely based on the customer. The customer needs and wants, we are taking a production step. So today the producer produce only those goods and service, because not only physical product you are providing, we are not going to produce. So apart from the physical product, we are trying to provide more and more service, okay. There are too many service product are available, because the total service expecting, the customers are expecting too many service, okay. Which are required by is customer, because customers to customer, their mindset, their tradition, their preference will be keep on changing. The customer, as a producer, I need to I need to collect all the information what they are expecting, okay. So as a producer has to produce the goods and service according to the needs of the customer. When you are giving importance for your customer, what exactly customers are expecting, when they are expecting, how much they are expecting. So all the information once I produce as a producer, if I collect it, so that the objective of customer satisfaction may be achieved, because you are giving important for the customers. Your customers you are treating is very important person. So you want to make them, your customer want to satisfy, okay. So he has to make the design now according to customer design and customer preference. We are designing, customers are going for size, lot purchasing, even the weight factor also important, the price and packaging. Most of the customers are giving importance for these things. So now as a producer, I need to collect all the information, how I can go for designing, how I can go for labeling, how I can go for weight, how I can go for the price fixing. All the information will be, when at the time of planning you have to decide in advance, okay. So is of the product according to the change needs of taste of the customer, because in the market there are different types of customers we are able to identify. There, if you take examples like income based customers, high level, low level, middle level income, okay, because each and every customers are expecting something extraordinary. Therefore the marketer began with the planning of the product. You need to plan, because all the information is very, very essential for you as a producer. You need to collect. Once you collect all the information, now your product plan, whatever it is ready, And development, once the product plan is up to the standard, when you are expecting the product is ready to go for the development, then based on the plan what you decided, what you set, okay, now it is going for the development. Now product plan which is converting into the development, okay, so that may satisfy the expectation of the customer, because the plan what you did, because of customer priority, the plan is ready, now product is ready, now it is going for the development stage, okay. Moving forward for next, as a under merchandising function, you must, as a marketer, you must familiar and standardizing and grading. The standardize, what kind of standard you are maintaining. It is a set of standard maintained by the organization, and even the grading part also very important. If you take example, A grade material, B grade material, premier materials, okay, there are different grades will be given. The standardized means establishment of certain standard or a specification of product based on the intrinsic physical quality of any commodity. Now, if you are not setting, for example, 100 grams MTR sambar powder, wherever if you try to go and purchasing 100 grams MTR, the same standard of quality, same standard of packing, the same standard of labeling you can find throughout, okay, wherever you are going you can find, because they are maintaining one same standard. So that's what the establishment of standard is very important. You need to set a certain standard, otherwise your quality, the customer acceptance will be vary. Now again, the customizing product means it is completely based on the customer requirement, but standardizing product, if you are giving a priority, if the company or organization or producer giving a standard towards the quality, standard towards the packing, normal packing they are not going, they are going for standard packing, they are going for the standard standard labeling, okay, the standard what you are setting for doing activities, okay, which is coming under towards quality, towards packing, towards labeling, okay. So all the standard you need to set, you have to face when you are following a standard, certain standard, definitely your product can be succeed in the market. Grading means what? So as a businessman, it is a common word. The grading is nothing but something ranking. Okay, the first grade, second grade, A grade, B grade, or premier, normal. Okay, so the different grade. If the producer point of view, if they are try to give an importance for the raw material, A grade raw material, B grade raw material. If the customer point of view, if you say the best quality product, okay, normal product, premier product. So different types of grades will be there. Grade means classification of the standardization product into certain well-defined classes group based on the customer product, may be grade label, A grade product, B grade product, C grade product, okay, premier product, okay, normal product. There are different grades are assigned. Moving forward for the next, merchandising functions and buying and assembly. Buying is completely now not only for the seller point of view, you have to think, it is applicable for the even consumer point of also. As a marketers, you have to familiar why the buying process. Now when you are taking steps to produce a product, what is very important? Because raw materials are important, equipments are important, what you need to do, you have to buy from the supplier. Now buying here means acquisition of goods and service by the seller or industrial use for the purpose of resale, because you are purchasing a raw material now with the intentions to convert into finished goods. So whatever you are purchasing a raw material, the same thing if you sell also, so that is also what you are getting from the supplier, what they are providing, what you are getting a materials from the supplier, the same material you can go for directly sell. Otherwise, with the intentions to go for conversion of finished goods, like raw material I am getting, so finally I will try to convert into finished goods. So this product is ready for the customers now. Clear? So the industrial user, and not only purchasing a raw material, along with the raw material I can purchase for the equipment, whatever it is necessary for productions. The purchase of the goods and service for by customers to satisfy their needs are not included within the purview of the functions of the marketing, because the purchaser of goods and service for the customers to satisfy the needs are not included. Why? Because what we are purchasing from the material, okay, what we are acquiring a material from the supplier, so the materials we are not selling to direct customers, because when we are purchasing a material, we are acquiring a machinery, so with the intentions to conversions of finished goods, okay, final product. So assembly means there are different of buying and assemblies. Assembly means what? As an assembly industry, they need to collect all the different components or different spare parts. Finally, they are bringing one final product. Assembly means after getting a different components or spare parts, finally what we are doing? We are trying to go for assembly and making one final product. Assembly means the purchase of unnecessary components, part, and fit them together to make a product. Now, if you take example TVS company, they are not purchasing each and every component in it is there in the two-wheeler, okay. So if they are getting a spark plug from the different small scale industry or medium scale industry, where they are getting, okay. So even recently they entered in the tire segmentation. Before, what they are doing, they are getting a material tire from the different they are outsourcing a tire, okay. Now they started for the production. So whatever the equipments or spare parts are required for the components are required for your assembly, so you need to get procure from the different locations where you are getting. Assembly line indicate an production line made up to the purely assembly operation, which is it is very name only suggesting we are not producing each and every component. We are getting the components from the different location, and finally we are assembly, we are doing fitting together, finally we are getting a final products, okay. Moving next. Even the merchandising functions we have selling. Always all the businessman or organization, they are always expecting a sales, because it is coming under the economical factor. If the company are making a profit based on the sales, okay. The sale is a major objective of marketing activity, major objective. Whatever you studied in the previous slide, that is also, but it is generating for the more revenue for business. So you have to focus more on the sales, how you can increase your sales, what kind of strategy you are adapting at the time of selling, okay. So in the world, because the marketing complete with the real sale of goods and service brought acquired by the seller when the intermediator has been affected, because what you are getting a material, either you are selling directly or just converting a finished goods, finally you are making final product, finally you have to target your end consumers, you are expecting a sales. Whenever you are expecting a sales, obviously your objective will be completed. Now at the time of selling, you need to select for intermediator those who are connected, like wholesaler, distributor, retailer, stockist, or agent. Anyway, you have to expect sales from this intermediator. Now, broadly speaking, market means everybody can recall the selling. Market means sale only. Marketing, and there are difference between the marketing and sale. When you are trying to focus on the marketing, you are giving a priority for customer needs and want, but sale is always expecting a sale. You are selling the goods for final consumer, you are not bothering about the customer. In this case, market does not mean to sell the goods. I told you, in the market means you have to make them satisfy. Customer want to feel very happy. The customer, when you are treating your customer, if they satisfied, it is quite related to marketing. But sale is always expecting to increase your sales. Goods and service only, it include the discovery of taste. It includes the discovery of taste and wants. The marketers always, they are discovering the taste and wants, what customers are expecting, what kind of product they are expecting. If the marketers, they are expecting a needs and wants from the customer, based on the customer needs and wants, customer preference, customer taste, okay. So the producer will start producing their product, okay, taste and wants of the customer. Production of goods and service according to the customer taste. creation of demand, real sales, and after sales service. As a normal customer, this kind of always they are expecting a benefit from the company. They are either they are producing product as per our convenience, as per our priority, even the creation of demand, how they are creating, even the real sales will be done, how in between there is a good relation between the seller and buyer. Okay, and finally, the customers also expecting after sales service in case of FMCD, fast moving durability goods. Okay, you need to get benefits from the after sales service. Either the customers are giving a priority for after. Suppose I purchase one television, the television is not working. Okay, I want to go for service center, which is after sales service. So in physical distribution functions, under physical distribution is nothing but you just under 4 piece we can recall as a place. A place means now as you assume as a producer they are produce, finally it will reach to the end consumer. So before that it is stored properly. The storage is very important. What precautionary action you are taking for storing your product? Okay, so definitely the storage, how you are storing, because the production as soon as completed, it won't directly dispatch to the it won't directly going for the consumption. So it will take a lot of time for selling, expecting a sales, or a lot of time to take for the consumption, final consumption. Because there are different products will be there. In case of vegetables, in case of fruits, so we can't store too many days or too many months. Okay, because it is a perishable goods, you have to select the right storage method. So at the time of dispatching a goods, okay, definitely what kind of strategy you are setting. Okay, how the storage container will be depending on the complete storage container, how it is depending for your product. The storage is considered to be a main activity of marketing these days, because actually when you are not only targeting your own small area, because your production is located in the different area, it want to reach for other area, means you need to select the storage facility. Okay, the storage facility, when the company don't have a storage facility, they are taking like outsourcing. In case of production or consumption, being a parental or seasonal, the goods are to be stored in a good condition from the time of production till the time of consumption. As soon as the productions are completed, it won't go for directly consumption. It will be stored in certain periods, certain month, or certain days. Okay, so you have to take care what kind of storage container you need to select for the individual product. It is completely depending on the silent features of the product. What is the time duration, expiry date, you have to give priority. Even the store aimed to meet the different objectives, such as reading the time between the production and consumption, because the productions are completed in the month of Jan. The same Jan only we are not able to go send for the consumption. Suppose sometime we need to expect sales from the customers March. Okay, within 2 months we need to store, right? So the storage it will take after completing your production, it will go for consumption. In between there are too many days, too many months we need to store, because unless you are not expecting a demand from the consumers, so we can't go for directly consumption. Moving next. Under physical distribution, it is very important. Transportation sector, if you take example, which is coming under the service center, service product. Okay, the transportation is very important, because I just now told you the production department or production unit is established in the different country or different city or different state. So the finally consumption will take care for different city. So how you are carrying a goods from production point to end consumer point of view. So obviously the transportation refers to the real distribution of goods from the place of production to the place of consumption, because your customer are located in the different area, different city, different state. So obviously as a producer you want to carry with the help of transportation. Okay, the transportation is a physical means by which goods are moved from the place where they are produced and whose place where it will be needed for consumption, because you are not expecting a customer. For example, your production department or production is located in the Karnataka, so you are not only focusing on Karnataka customers, you are focusing on different state or different city, different, okay, so different country, because you this product movement will be the flow from the production point to other different area. So you need to carry the materials, you need to carry the goods, you need to carry the product, okay. So that's what the productions or transportations are. Production are depending completely on transportation. Even the customers are expecting a product from the transportation. The transportation is very important role here. Moving next slide. Under supporting functions, marketing. Now we are according to Conduif is majorly classified into three category. One is first one, merchandising funder. We have sub-classified into four types. And the physical distribution we sub-classified into storage and transportation. Again, moving forward for the supporting function, what kind of support you are expecting? Okay, the first one, marketing finance. See, the producers are whatever they are produced, even they want finance support. Even the wholesaler also expecting a finance support. Even the retailer also expecting a finance support. Even the consumer also expecting a finance support. Now, most of the customer they are purchasing based on the credit card or installment hire system. Okay, so like this, the financials required for each and every moment of the product. So obviously, marketing finance is very important. When you are doing a marketing, you are expecting a finance support or financial assistance. So this is the arrangement of adequate finance from the distributing the goods and service to the real consumer, because how the wholesaler are expecting a finance support from the producer, even the retailer also expect the finance support, because if wholesaler are purchasing a bulk quantity, when they at the time of purchasing, the producer is not giving a credit facility or financial arrangement. There are different financial institution or commercial bank are providing a finance support. Okay, they have a tie-up with the individual bank, the producer having a connectivity. Okay, so just assisting how you can make an arrangement for adequate finance doing a marketing activity. It involves this use of capital of meet the financial requirement, because unless you don't have finance, you are not able to do the market. No, that's what at least you have to support them. Okay, how you can support the individual retailer, wholesaler, because you are arranging something finance, so you are expecting a benefit from the customer. For that reason only, each and every intermediator, there is something called credit facilities are given or provided, or facilities which is financial facility. The service is provided to credit and money needed. The cost of getting a merchandising into the hand of the final user commonly refers to the financial functions of the marketing, because financial marketing team, they are not only focusing on marketing, they are arranging a finance which is related to market, doing a merchandising function where the buying and selling process is going on. You need to depend on the finance. Unless if you don't have finance, you can't go for the doing a marketing. So if the producer not giving a credit facility for wholesaler, or the finance support what he is not expecting from the individual company, so obviously he cannot do the transactions, right? So at least the wholesaler is expecting a credit facility from the producer, obviously. So moving forward for the next function, risk bearing. Any business, unless if you are not taking any risk, there is no activity. So business means always having a risk. As a marketer, you have to bear the risk, what and all which is connected to marketing activity. So marketing marketing involve many large risk, either competitions risk or customers, their customer based risk, or even the intermediary risk. There are too many risks will be there in the marketing. You have to bear all this risk. Okay, if you bear the risk, if you accept positively, then you can move forward. Some of the risk can be insured. See, at the time of storing a material in the warehouse or storage, you can approach for the insurance company. If you try to go for insurance, or in case of fire or robbery, you can get the compensation because you already insure that product, right? That's what. So some risk which is include flood, theft, robbery. So there are too many risks which is not predictable. Few risks we can predictable. So okay, which is there in the normal condition. Most of the risk which is there in the abnormal condition we cannot predict. Okay, so on the other end, some of the risk which is cannot be insured, because which is completely we don't have control. Okay, if you take example, fall in the price, we can't predict, which is completely depending on the market condition. The price will be the moment up, the price will be fall because of inflation, interest rate, okay, the customer acceptance, the price will be increase or decrease. So obviously we cannot control, we don't have any predictions. So change in the demand, why the demand will change? Because the customers taste or passions are changing, or their giving priorities change. Obviously the demand will be fall because of customer completely. Even the change in the passions, so nobody is going for the passions like old passions, they are not going, they are always expecting for modern passions, what and all coming. Okay, so obviously the customers are ready to go forward for the new passions. Change in the taste of the customer, because customers taste we cannot go for, we can't treat it as it is a constant. The customer taste day by day it will be changed, so you don't have any control, you can't predict the customer what they're expecting. And this risk can be never to be eliminated. This kind of risk, whatever it is there, it cannot be eliminated, because as a marketers you have to bear. Okay, so however this can be minimized through effective system of sales forecasting. As you, whatever you are studying as a marketer, you know you have to predict the sale, how you have to forecast based on the supply. Okay, how many competitors are providing same category of product, what is an expected sales you are expecting from the customer, you can predict, forecast the sales. The market research, most of the company having a separate department called R&D department or marketing MR department, marketing research. They are searching the information toward the customers, the searching information about the competitor, even the intermediary information. They are searching. Why they are searching? They are finding a best solution. For that reason, they are searching. Okay, even the advertisement, sales promotion, product diversification, this kind of when you try to go for concentrating on the more and more advertising, sales promotion, product diversification, this risk cannot be always eliminated, because you have to keep all these factors very important for marketers. Moving forward, even the marketing information is very important. Even as a marketer, if you don't know, if you are not collecting whichever which is relevant to the market, which is completely depending on the market information, either the market information about the customer or intermediator, wholesaler, retailer, even the competitors. Okay, all the informations we simultaneously we are collecting, just it is very supportive informations. The marketing information play a very wide role in the success of enterprise. Unless if you don't have information about your competitor, about your customer, you are not able to take the proper decisions. A businessman has to collect different types of market information so that can sketch his market program and policy according to the information. Suppose if I want to make policy, if I want to go for the program like how to increase my sales, okay, unless we are not collecting a competitor, what they are providing, what price they are fixing, how they are promoting the product, what kind of advertising channel they are selecting, all the information is relevant to my business, so that I can prepare my market program as per based on the information whatever it is available. So sometimes there is something irrelevant information, we are not throwing the information, we are storing the information for the future reference. Obviously all the informations are very important. Okay, and when you are framing a policy, why information is important? Because the policy related to price, the policy related to distributor, the policy related to promotion, okay, all the relevant informations we are trying to keep in our database system, so that we can prepare the best policy which is suitable for the company. Marketing information include the collection of data in the different manner, different based on the trend of market, what is the latest trend available, all the information which is related to trend. Even the government policy, what kind of policy amendment act are introducing year by year, as a marketers you want to familiar what kind of policy their government are bringing. Okay, even the pricing policy of the different business enterprise. If you are producing a unique product, there is no competitors, no problem. If there is any competitor, if you are there in the perfect competition, all the competitor information, other business strategy, other business enterprise informations are also very important. The taste of consumers, you need to study. As a businessman, you need to study what kind of taste priority the customers are expecting. They are giving, they are showing. Okay, so based on the taste, you need to collect information. Even the change passion, because customers to customer, the passions will be keep on change very rapidly. It is changing. Okay, the channel of distribution, either the company what kind of distribution channel adopted, if there is any modification is required, the competitor what kind of marketing strategy they adopted. I need to collect all informations about the distribution channel. The media of advertisement, very important. What kind of media of channels advertising, creating awareness for my product, what are the different advertising media is available, advertising, how I can promote. Okay, who are the promoting more and more, which channel, DRP. Okay, all the information which is suit for my creating my product awareness. So media of advertising information also very important. And the last function under supporting function is the pricing is very important, very, very important. Why? The pricing will decide for success of the company. If you try to fix high price, the customer is not ready to purchase. At that time, your company will go for fail. Finally, the enterprise will succeed based on the price what you are setting at the beginning. So it is a decision upon which success or failure. The price, if it is high, the customers are not ready to purchase. Obviously, you are facing the product fail. If the price is very affordable price, you are fixing at the time of fixing your price of the product. So you need to think properly. That's what the pricing policy which is related to price fixing. Okay, of an enterprise depend on the large extent. If you want to survive for long period or long time market, you are expecting, always your pricing matter is very important. Therefore, the price must be determined only after taking all the relevant factor into consideration. Either raw material, in case of physical product, you can say the raw material price, what is the raw material price, how much you are bearing, what is an advertising cost, or all direct expense or indirect expense, okay, sales promotion cost, all the price once you consider. So finally, we are fixing a price for the product. So blindly, we are not fixing price. What kind of strategy you are adapting? Once you are adapted best strategy, it will take you to success. Okay. So while determining the pricing policy, because the policy is giving something guidelines or set of guidelines for a company, so the policy will keep on change. No, the policy what you are deciding, in case if the policy is what you are setting which is not up to the standard, the slide modifications we are doing in the policy. Okay. The factor that we will be considered to trend, set a trend. You need to set a best trend. Okay, according to the trend you are working out. So obviously the price factor is also very important. What factors you have to keep in your mind when you are fixing a price? Even the cost of the production, how much you bear, which is towards your production cost, and the severity of the competition. What kind of competition strategy, what kind of competitions you are able to predict, you are able to expect there, how many competitors are there, based on the competitors. Okay, even the price of competitor, how much they are fixing, how much I want to fix, I will decide in this stage. Even the marketing policy, because each and every company are having a different marketing policy. Based on the marketing policy, they are setting a price. Even the government policy also, it is influencing to set your best price. So that you need to give an importance for the government policy which is towards your product. You can't fix, suppose any businessman, they want to keep for 100, they can't increase more than 100, like thousands you can't keep, because of government also controlling. Clear? Now, the buying capacity of the consumer, based on the buying capacity of the consumers, you are able to charge best price. That is, in this buying capacity of the consumer also, you are focusing, you are targeting for the consumer. The purchasing power will increase, decrease based on the customers to customer, the income level will be changed. Keep on watch for next session. Thank you.